Okay, let's go! Continue, yes, yes. Okay, let's see, I had to... Oh, god damn it, the audio's reset. I had time to reduce it by 90% yet again. There we go. Leave the area? Yes, I had to go to the dino. Oh, okay. Huh? Was that someone screaming? I think it came from the dining hall. Weren't we all grouping up there anyway? What a coincidence. Walk straight, Makoto. Jesus. Oh my god, we gotta be a problem, man. Yeah, what's wrong? Oh, look. Hero's finger shook as he pointed. Oh no! Look at those thighs! Yeah.
Are you okay? What happened?
She killed her.
Wait, what? What?
Genocide Jill killed Hina!
Hold up.
You've gotta be kidding!
Oh, no. She's not dead. Open your eyes. No way she's dead. What? Why? What happened? Toka and Hina, just all of a sudden they were yelling and then they knocked the pepper off the table. And I let you sneeze?
You SOB!
Her giant balloons are a little too perfect, aren't they? That might be flat, but at least mine are real. Look at my shapely collar. Well, doesn't it just totally set you on fire?
Totally not adorable.
Anyway, you totally non-adorable boys, just get her out of my sight, okay? Or else...
My beautiful scissors!
I'll start cutting. And cutting and cutting and indulging myself for who knows how long. Okay, then, let's get Hina to the nurse's office. Come on here, help me. Sure thing. Wee. I don't think I have to double that part. Or a kee ha ha. Genocide Jack's abrasive laugh chases us out of the room as we carried Hina away. Did we just recently get access to this place? I think we did. By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, she seemed to have finally regained her composure. What exactly happened?
Sorry.
How did you scrape your knee?
Thank you.
Are you sure you're feeling better?
Yeah, it was just a scratch.
Still, that was super close. If I hadn't yelled out, he'd be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know. Yes, well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir. It's so sarcastic. It just makes her sound even more hostile. Can I leave now? Okay, I assume I shouldn't. Not bad, I couldn't believe it. I was positive I was about to see someone's life come to an end. If I ever saw something like that, I'd never be able to sleep again. Which would suck. I love sleep. Yeah, never mind, the person who actually died, right? Can I view the trash can behind you? I don't know why. Trash can. I don't remember anything in it are back to normal. One kid must have done it. What was in here? Didn't we like find some medicine here once? Packs of blood, probably used for transfusions. Or drinks for vampires.
Hey, Hina, what the heck happened?
Just got into a fight and I lost my temper and flew off the handle. What kind of fight? How did this work again? Let me get the fight. Let me guess, the fight was because of Sakura?
What?
At first, I tried to just ignore it. If you let jerk buttholes get into you all the time, you'll never have time left in your life. But you wouldn't let it go, so I just...
What the heck?
When I was thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her like a dozen times.
You're serious.
Dozen? punches isn't really without thinking. Just go full because of the North Star on her. I don't know what happened, I blacked out. And when things got out of hand, Genocide Jack got loose, right?
Sorry.
It's my fault.
But I just can't take it anymore. Because you're saying all these terrible things about her friend, you know? Yeah, before I knew it, Hina's eyes started welling up with tears. Just as the tears were on the brink of spilling over. The door to the nurse's office burst open. I thought the door was about to fly off its hinges. There she stood before us.
Hina.
Sakura? You're hurt. What happened?
Huh?
Yeah, nothing. It's not a big deal.
Hey!
Makoto, Hiro, what's the meaning of this? What's me? It was Genocide Jail. It's all that demented murderous fiend's fault. Gurdon.
Damn.
Tina, damn you. To leave me alone but hurt her? What is this?
How dare you!
What is this? Yeah, I'm not fucking screaming. Yeah. Okay, really, just a scratch. Oh no, she's gonna go Super
No
Saiyan.
forgiveness!
Unforgivable.
I can't forgive this!
Very well. Okay, hey, chill, Jesus. If I would hate someone, hate me. If I would hurt someone, hurt me.
What?
What? I don't hate you exactly.
I
What?
can't forgive this!
What is happening? Is anybody gonna explain that he's not the culprit there? Somebody save me! Hiro nearly tripped over himself as he ran screaming out of the nurse's office, which is a second later. What's going on?
Hey.
What's all this noise about? Kyoko stood in the doorway of the nurse's office. Didn't Hiro spot in her? Could I chat her up? She's like the second most mysterious character? I don't know.
It would seem.
I gather that something happened. Yoko, please, you have to stop Sakura.
Wait.
You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything. I'm drawing a line right here, right now. Drawing a line?
Goodbye.
Okay, bye. Oh, Sakura. Hina sprang into action, leaving the nurse's office to chase after Sakura. The only ones left were Kyoko Kirigiri and Makoto Naegi.
Let's do that. Little hey there, sweet cheeks. How you doing? Has to be all alone in the nurse's office. Hope you're ready to get your boob stuck in whatever. Kyoko. Are you still mad? Yeah, I figured.
That's fine.
That's fine. Huh?
Whew.
About that issue we discussed earlier, it doesn't matter anymore. Anyway, there's something else I wanted to talk about.
Whew.
Then, do you forgive me for not being able to talk
In
about
other
it?
words,
You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting, but you stayed quiet. You want to think about Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You don't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure about what you saw. That's what you were thinking, that's why you didn't tell me, right? Yeah. To think like that.
I wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you.
Hey. What?
Because
Ultimately, that means you don't trust me.
Oh, that's not it.
But if that's how you feel, I can't really change your mind. I'm sorry.
that's fine.
I've already forgotten about it. Besides,
And
I may have overreacted. Oh no, anime girl blushing. Jesus. Huh?
anyway,
It's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it. Oh, okay. Thank you.
whew,
Woo! Okay. What is it you wanted to talk to me about?
indeed.
Actually, I'd like you to come somewhere with me. I have business here. Where?
So,
Just come with me and you'll find out. I guess, but...
shall we go?
Well then, shall we get going? With her typical indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, setting a brisk pace.
Ah, Kyoko.
I hurried to catch up to her. Did we, though? Excuse me. The fact that everything pauses when I hold tab, that's gonna be awkward. She walked ahead in silence. And in silence, I chased her. And eventually, we arrived. There was jizz everywhere. And girl come. The dressing room? So there's something else you mentioned. Don't lift your skirt, I swear to God.
Indeed.
That's right, it has to do with alter ego. AE. But you said we didn't need alter ego anymore.
Wrong.
I didn't say we didn't need him, I just said he had done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs alter ego, he has business with us.
Eh?
Right.
Alter ego asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently there's something he wants to ask us. Alter ego wants to ask us something. Bum, 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 bum. This music is so weird. I need to save a playlist. Okay, do you have anything more to say?
Correct.
Correct. Alter ego asked me to bring the others to come see him. Apparently there's something he wants to ask us. Can I check the other rooms? If anybody has anything else to talk about, maybe? No? Everything is empty, yes. I'm on rails at this point, basically. Sure seems like it. Either that or they don't display the shit unless you have free time. I only investigated 75% so far. Or is this total? Oh well. Anything to say?
Correct.
So let's go. Yeah, okay.
Hello. So, it's just the two of you, Kyoko and Mikado.
Kyoko's fingers glided across the keyboard. Is two not enough? How does this thing not have a microphone if it has... It can talk to us, but we have to type... I forgot how wonky this is. I was able to run a highly sophisticated AI, but... Getting it to process a microphone, on the other hand, hell no. Shouldn't this be... Okay, now... What it... Thanks, stream preview. Okay.
Certainly plenty.
What is it he wants to ask us?
Indeed.
Let's find out, shall we? Kyoko typed in the question. What do you want to ask us? I'd like you to take me somewhere you can connect me to the school network.
What?
Oh! Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied, why? Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here, saying I finished my work. I don't want that.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone.
I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can get... so we can all get out of here.
That's right.
That's what Master would have wanted to. So to help everyone else. To solve the mystery of the school.
That's right.
The only way I can help is if you connect me to this school's network. What if we upload him to the cloud and then he takes over the world, But if you did that, that's basically suicide. I'm positive the mastermind would find out about it. They'd find you and they'd You agree, right, Kyoto? Make a copy!
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still.
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. Hope that's not a euphemism for penis. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. Then again, since this isn't a real boy, could be the nose that's growing. It's okay.
Gonna do my best.
If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. I couldn't help but get lost in that voice. Oh, I know, he's so dreamy. It was just too committed, too admirable, too fragile.
Hey,
Remember what you asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference is between a person and a program, right?
Yeah?
certainly.
When I talk to Alter Ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. But I can say
Correct.
this. There's no question that Alter Ego is our friend. Okay, let's power the friendship the fuck out of here. Power the... You know what I mean. Kyoko, to be honest, I didn't want Alter Ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risk, the Mastermind really will notice it. But
Makoto.
let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect Alter Ego to the network. But
Hey,
he's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. And he says he wants to fight alongside his friends.
now,
If you were in his position, could you just sit by and do nothing in the situation? Absolutely. I have no moral scruples. Also, I'm just lazy. If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you just look the other way? I'm sorry, what were we saying? Or would you stand up? Gamers, rise up. Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you're their friend. Sure, I'll tell them I'm their friend, but don't expect anything more. And then quickly stab them in the back.
So,
Hey, are you guys fighting?
If it's about me, please don't.
I wanna believe in myself.
I want to be able to say I know I can do this.
Leave it to me.
So please, let me try.
listen.
And besides, there's one place where the Mastermind might not notice.
That's right.
Remember, there's another place beside here where there's no surveillance camera. I'm just gonna try shit at random. Actually, can I? Nope, now it's too late. Great, okay. I mean... Oh. God damn it, I want to futz around. Okay, they do let you screw around. Told you about. I thought we found it. Well,
Indeed.
and I do believe you can connect to the network from there. Why would... What? How? Where are the wires? I see pipes. Why is there a box of tissues? It's where you can write smut and then jerk off to it immediately. It's its only purpose. I remember seeing... Oh, no wonder there's no surveillance camera. I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall. Huh? Pointed out.
However,
Just because there's no camera doesn't mean there is no danger. There's no way to be sure the Mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We'll also have to move Alter Ego and the Mastermind may spot us going into the secret room. If they pick up on any of this, then it's all over. You're right?
that's what we have to do.
But despite all of that, I still think we need to try.
Correct.
Because that's our best chance of finding any new clues. Kyoko. In that case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you could hide him with what you're wearing, right? So let me do it. But your jacket's distractingly tight, miss.
It's true.
Okay then, I'll leave it to you then, thank
so
you.
then,
Let's get started. It's going to be a little cramped for you, Alter Ego. Bear with us, okay? I don't think it has nerves. We started packing him up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket. That does not make sense. Ha ha ha. It tickles. Shh! You can't talk right now. I'm going to move you to... Wait, you're not typing this out. How did... Does it have a... What? Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay? Understood. Your command has been implemented. Good. Do I react like a machine like that all of a sudden? I didn't know how to react.
Makoto.
The secret room. There are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers. So there might be a network cable in there.
However,
Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already. Well, all we can do is go check for ourselves.
it's true.
Agreed. Let's head to the secret room. Well, I'll be darned. Okay, secret room, secret room, secret room. Mappus Maximus. Let's see. First floor, no. Second. Ooh, I think. Was it sec? Wait, I'm lost. How am I lost already? Is there anyone here? Okay, I think I want to talk to people along the way, so this is Gucci? Where the hell is she? Oh my god, the sensitivity is so insanely low. Okay, let me amp it up. Here we go. I'm confused. Didn't it say she was in the hallway? Hold up. Hallway, first floor, main area. Am I blind? Is it lying? First floor, main area. Man. We throw this shit down. I don't know what I'm hoping for. I'm just doing the same shit twice. Is she hidden in here somewhere? Look at this, I can't even look over the edge. Yeah, come here, yeah. Fucking gremlin boy Makoto. Yeah, again, I'm on the hunt. I'm on the hunt for people. I need... Give me friends. Found one. Right?
What?
Ooh, Makoto. What the... Why do you seem so surprised? No, nothing's wrong. Why would everything It's acting really strange. Look at these always acting really strange. Okay, well, I gotta go back to my room now. Take her easy, partner. See ya. Okay, is he in his room now? Do you think it's actually that consistent? Wait. I'm just dragging her with me so she's in whatever room I'm currently in. I'm assuming, since she showed up here now. Good to meet you too.
Have you reached that certain age?
The fuck is that? My obsession. Man, she's so quirky and funny. I love her. What are you doing? Living. I should try it sometime. I see. Anyway, I'm headed back to the room. I'll just be there. Living. Totally calm. Is she bleeding out? I'll just assume everything she says is a lie, including the living part. Just spraying blood everywhere hyperactively. Whatever the fuck the exact opposite of living totally calm is. Can I get that soundbite. It should be. Oh, that's the nurse's office, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I don't see anyone. I keep pressing E to interact, but the button, it does nothing. Aha. Okay, goodbye. No one on any of the other floors? Well, off I go then. Wait, I thought it was
Hey,
on the floors higher up. Hey, Makoto.
why?
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again. What?
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go. And to make sure you don't run off, I'm going to wait right here. Oh, I get it. She's acting. You're so forceful. I thought I made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
We're just standing there. Hurry up and go. Oh, well, okay, I'm going.
So then,
And be thorough. I'm counting on you. How does this work again? Well, only one thing to interact with, so I guess that limits my options. First, we need to find a network cable. Hell no. I want to find the Ethernet port she was talking about. Is that it? Can I zoom? Hyper zoom, turbo zoom, giga zoom. Okay, fine. why the tissues? So many documents here before, and now nothing. Who took them and why? The plot thickens. A chair? Well, a stool, whatever. According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found it. This is a network cable, right? Do we use those anymore? I genuinely don't know. You have like, what the fuck are they called? Like fire flash? I don't. Why am I even trying? It always gets weird when you try to create different standards of hardware, because people actually have to start using them for them to have a function. And that usually leads to a whole bunch of other shit you need to change. Possibly even the entire infrastructure for the internet. Now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with a cable. How else did... Those are some fat, juicy cables. Jesus. That looks like a bus cables, not Ethernet, but okay. And that should do it. I mean, if those cables don't, Jesus. These cables are a little bit much.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it'll work.
Leave it to me.
Leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something.
I'm sorry. Oh, I wish I had the mouse here, or the cursor so I could demonstrate. I just imagine immediately after this, she'll just go, okay, go in, and then you just see like a giant bulge along the cable. I mean, why not? You already got those goofy tubes. I might.
We will be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I swear, I'll see if I can call for help. So please just wait a little while longer.
I'm gonna do my best.
Just hold tight and put your faith in me. I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here. You and all the rest of us as friends.
Huh?
Friends? Even...
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Makoto. And then everyone died. How'd it go?
Well,
It went... okay. All the, documents were gone. Just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. And then there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore, that was for sure. Kyoko!
What?
Yes. So we're just gonna split up?
Why is that?
Of course. I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Maybe, but it's not a little too direct.
Whew.
Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? So high maintenance. That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about. Like, what are you going to do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
However,
But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. You don't have the mind to listen. Now, what should we...
so
If we can find some new clue that would likely change the situation, that's all we can hope for right now. Which is why alter ego.
correct.
All we can do is wait and believe in our friends. You're right. That's our only option. We parted ways and I headed back to my room. I'm kinda tired. So I lay down in bed. It was because of the stress of moving. Alter ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all, it's so nice that they let you just save in the middle of dialogue. Okay, yeah, So before long at all, I had completely dozed off. Ding dang dong. The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. What time is it? I don't want to click the door. What is the big old meaning? Well, I hope this game doesn't have quick time events. Is that supposed to be a chain on the door? What the hell am I looking at?
Makoto.
Get out of here. Oh, get out here. Kyoko, what's going on? Get the hell out of here.
Indeed.
Hina just came to see me and she was white as a ghost. Sound like something's happened. What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room. Okay, let's hurry. No. I just imagined the Batman transition. Where am I? What? Okay, well. Hey there, gorgeous. Makoto, Kyoko, and Miyamoto. You know, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room. What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door, and I heard you look inside. And when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey.
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
Huh?
I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window. But I couldn't open the door. I tried knocking. I tried calling her name. But she wouldn't respond. So what should we do? What are you gonna do?
Anyway.
First of all, we need to get into that room. The door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
Listen to me.
We're going to force our way in. I just said
Wrong.
the door isn't locked. It's not a locked door because the rec room doesn't. A rec room door doesn't have a lock. Huh? Then what?
It would seem.
It feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair?
In
Chair.
other words,
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means, as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then there's no problem if we break in?
indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll get something to break it with. Wait right here. Is that the rec room? Sakura still hasn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure. Kyoko didn't reply. It was only silence. But that silence didn't last long. Here! I found a room in the classroom. Use it.
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please.
Look, come on, please hurry. Okay. You two, stand back. I took all of the broom and swung as hard as I could. I mean, directly at the window. All it took was one solid hit. Crash. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I could just... I pushed on with all my strength and finally the door knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her... Nah. All I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body. And then... Oh!
A body has been discovered.
Well,
After
shit.
a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
All-star apologies. Who named this shit?
Huh?
Sakura's.
Go on, finish your sentence. Well, according to me, yes.
Really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes were stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. Oh, the blood behind. Oh, we didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Wondering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura was really dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction. I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. With shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And why? Why does this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. And do I need to leave? Thank God we don't need an autopsy. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long... I got everyone.
What?
Ogre?
Yes, yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed, I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Interesting.
Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is this everyone? I guess it is. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her. Is not just someone in this
It's
room.
your fault.
It was one of you. Here, Byakuya, Toko, one of you killed Sakura.
What? What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation. I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of
I
her.
won't forgive you.
One of you did it. I know it. You know it?
Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
Is it obvious? I'm here to have my little murder flyer.
The Monokuma file!
That's right, this is the next Monokuma file. And I've got some mad, Miss Osahina, or you're gonna ruin that little eyes of yours. Now then, with that all... Hold on. There's something I wanted to ask you. Huh? It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura. Huh? Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then... Then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to her most regrettable end without even getting a chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that, it saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them? Oopsie. Before you get all pissy-potty at me, you better figure out who did this first.
Shing!
Because, I mean, your lives are all on the line, right? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one?
I won't forgive you.
I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. He was working for the mastermind after all. What? How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I think I found his personality, yeah. I'll do it. Hina. Just let me handle it. Besides that, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number one, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me. You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Byakuya, Toko. None of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura.
I won't forgive you.
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear now.
I want to ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. I feel like I turned him into Garfield with the voice that I gave him. I don't hate it. What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hero, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
I have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
But also still alive and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. No matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, I would want to touch a filthy dead body.
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
listen to me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. Just do it! Just do it! I better check the Monokuma files before anything else. Give me a second. God, there's a dead body in the room. Why are you playing this music? It's a little too sexy. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. Why is there even an estimate? If they have a camera and they have a clock, can't they know exactly? Why are they pretending they did an autopsy? Or did he just bleed out? There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Monokuma file number 4 has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a challenge. What's that?
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through, and that door had been jammed shut with a chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out till we broke the window... There's like zero escape. Oh dude, I love those games, right?
In other words,
In other case, this is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. It could really happen in real life? Right before our eyes like this?
hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Okay, I am. Oh, my organs were shutting down, sorry. Scusi. Please go on. Sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then goes through some special method to seal the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches involves using a string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words,
Basically. Oh, sorry. The killer uses a special contraption or tool from the outside to target the victim inside, like a gun. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door or something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by
In
that?
other words,
They stay hidden when the door is opened. They use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe there was no crowd to blend out. What do you mean?
It's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room.
In other words,
But I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within a room. You see, this... I see there's a lot of novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. And then you think we can cross that one off too?
indeed.
Nope. I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. And Kyoko, which one of those 4 choices seem the most likely in this
It's
case?
true.
That's a good question. Actually, that could be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room, until I figured that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery, and you need to concentrate and investigate as much as you can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Oh my god, that reminds me. Oh, what did I see recently where... Oh yeah, shit, that's right. I saw a Game Grumps episode where they're playing some goddamn Christmas Nutcracker game, and the voice acting was absolutely insane. The delivery was so fucking good. I didn't survive war for this shit. It was so peppy and upbeat. Oh, holy shit. That's the kind of shit I want to play. System, regulations, report card. So I can, like, hang out with everyone by the end of the game, isn't that so? What did I say? Oh, protein Zyme X. I thought it said something completely insane. Okay. Yeah, as a protein Zyme makes the most sense. Somebody was trapped in? Oh, what the fuck? Did somebody dust it down, or were they just really greasy on the inside? Oh, it's multiple handprints.
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like somebody touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
It was quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not?
Hey,
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah. The locker was already open at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then... what does this handprint mean? Noise! Fucking... that was a 69 bullet. Locker handprint has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Convenient. I'm assuming that's blood. No, there are shards of glass shattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Noise! Glass shards have been added to my handbook. Something else on the ground near the floor. On the ground near the floor? Did I have an aneurysm? Near the glass, Jesus. A figure, it fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure? This is how you know that they work together with Monokuma or some dumb shit. Look at those thighs! Oh, that's hot. Haven't I inspected this before? The 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. Oh. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is how they get those figures inside the bottle. Have to build them there. It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know, where their bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You've never seen that? Oh, yeah, maybe I have.
In other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Monokuma bottles, but god damn it. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things a little bit. Ah yes, the Monokuma in a bottle. It's all coming together. Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. Monokuma figure found on the ground. Red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit on the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. But what are the Monokumas holding? I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Maybe, but where's the figure? Show me the figure. Yeah. Okay, it's holding the knight. I'm not sure if it's relevant, but I wanted to know it at least was a chess piece. Where's the... Oh, there was a bishop then. This looks like some kind of wrapper?
Huh?
Ah, that's... Do you recognize it, Hina? Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you get that candy to Sakura? I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I'm sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You greedy little shit. You don't like them that much?
I mean...
I was Sakura to get this gesture. You know? Polka dot candy wrapper has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. She's crying and it just says nice. Some games do be goofy like that. Wait, the blood's over here. Yeah, that's what blood looks like. Okay, I think I'm gonna talk to everyone first. Hey, Byakuya boy. What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away. He's not even trying to hide how much he despises me. Has he ever? I'd better go before he crushes my soul completely. He's like Twitter manifest. Hello, Kyoko. How are you doing, sweetie?
however,
Sakura took killed. Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
it's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? And when it did someone get the upper hand? He must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. She committed suicide and somebody bunked her on the back of the head. Clock's right now. 1 hour ago? I was on Kyokan on removing alter ego. Wait! I was sleeping until midday? Gosh darn me, Makoto. Okay.
What the heck?
We already know who did it.
I won't forgive you.
Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro, it had to be one of them. I'm standing beside her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Oh, well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. let me help you find out more. See, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually, she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me... She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, the Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard right from Sakura herself. Yeah, but... Listen, you're... Bap to be bopping. I don't think that's reason enough to just take your word for it. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her by forcing, this would never have happened. You know? It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Nice! Hina's regret acquired. Fucking Christ. Oh. This game has some good comedic timing. Jesus. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. You don't say. What? You won't just...
Take the sweet, sweet angel's word for it.
Listen, believe all women, even when there's other women involved, okay? And even when they contradict each other. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. As obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her. But according to Monokuma, she also had vomited blood. Exactly. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So, what could have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. What do you consider an injury, though? Status of Sakura's body has been added to the truth bullet section of my handbook. Sakura's dead. Nice! Christ. Maybe her getting hit on the head, someone caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. Byakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. I wasn't staring at her tits. Interesting.
Naturally.
Yeah, it's most interesting, don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. It does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Did she tried drinking the Monokuma thing? This dumb bitch. There's blood stain right in front of the magazine shelf. She saw something hot and started bleeding from her nose. She saw a titty. This would come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make any sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Nice! Found some blood. Oh, sorry, is there anything interesting? That same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. That's it? Why in front? Was she playing darts? I did investigate models though this now, right? I guess it's just a chair, door, and glass. Although... Okay.
Hey.
Yep.
Certain.
Okay, time to double check with you, you silly goose. What do you want? You're bothering me. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. That is true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go to see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Yeah, he says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, it's really I can prove otherwise. I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Nice! Got rejected. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the... Rolling around? Like, presently? It's still mobile? What? Well,
So...
it looks like a protein drink and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. That's why I give it to her raw. She mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that too hard if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can... It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
That's strange. What is it? You see what's scattered around the chem? Shards of light blue glass. There must be part of the window broke to get inside. Then why is it on top?
Correct.
And also underneath it. What does that matter? I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to make a note of it. If it was it might have fallen off the chair? We kicked it when we came in the door? I feel like it'll be an important clue later on. An important clue. I'm not sure I see how. Nice! Sweet, sweet protein! The fountain of youth, then. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. This was a suicide. She got bonked on the head first. Then she took suicide pills. So that she can escape. Mother, Sakura, you bitch, you would let the rest of us die just so she... Well. This door is the only way in and out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is a smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. I haven't examined both the door and the chair. There's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from inside, not from the outside. Rec room door has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, are you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so. For the most part.
So then...
You should probably go talk to people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue, our little lover spat. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with the two other people. I didn't hear what they had to say. Boing, boing, boing. It's definitely not gonna be Genocide Jack because she just downright admit to it, which sort of narrows it down. And like nothing else to say, whatever. Oh shit! No, yeah, that's great. Let me out. Yeah. Okay. Do I have to use the map to get around now? Well, I'm gonna save. Rather than not have to investigate all over again. Where would they be? Where the hell will I find the others? Wait. Okay, some help maybe? Uh-huh. Oh, we can just R to exits. I swear I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I swear. The other two probably went back to the rooms. Do I actually have to knock? Okay. Makoto, Mundo, Saika. Junko. Okay, Miss Jack. I pressed the doorbell. Ding dang dong. After a few seconds. Pleasure as always.
Who's there?
Ah, I had a sneeze, did we? Ah, the most negative aura I've ever felt. Wednesday Addams? An aura of total decay.
What do you want?
You!
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
This voice. Isn't the series melodious?
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Probably because he's swole. Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
Said he wanted to talk to me about something. It was something indecent. Get ready for a sexual harassment lawsuit.
I'm sorry. I need to find out what the hell she's talking about in terms of the indecency. Here's hoping I don't get sued.
Alright, Takafukawa.
What do you want?
Correct. What do you mean indecent? You know, you're always talking about how indecent things are. But you're always the one who brings it up in the first place, you know. So desperate for the romance. What? You beat me to Bella. What's you? You're nothing. That's not what I'm trying to do. And don't bother. The only one who's allowed to accuse me is Master. My heart and soul belong to him. What is wrong with anime? Why did it make characters like this? How is this a trope? I need to bump the brakes on this situation. Awkward silence. Well, that was worth it.
What do you want?
Glad we went down that route. Yeah, sure, there we go. I want to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked me to meet with you. Asked you to meet... asked to... Meet... Sakura.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. The girl told me she had asked to meet with him. Oh, she wanted to meet with Master too? I just said too, didn't I? I guess that's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So you're gonna tell me about it? I admit we did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go to see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated to her room. Nice! I shot her in the back while she was running away, like a true American hero. Chihiro, Celeste, Aoi, Sakura, Whomst. Am I looking for again? Let's see, Leon, nope. There we go, that's the guy. Yeah, yep, nope. And there's not a lot of people left. I press the doorbell. Ding dang dong. After a few seconds.
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yes. Huh, what?
You know?
I was pressing.
You know?
You know? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. How about if Sakura wanted to meet with you?
What?
How do you know about that?
Could it be?
Ooh-ah? Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. You told me yourself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. Why did Sakura tell you that?
What?
Well, she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note, yep.
How about that?
She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura.
You got it all wrong.
No way! I totally didn't. Why would I do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually...
Last time I saw her was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
Don't look at me!
I haven't seen her since then. Well, Mary, could you show me the note she gave you? Oh, do I still have it? Let's see. Hero was feeling around his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, it looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hand back out of his pocket. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Man, they don't really hesitate to make him look stupid, do they? Something had fallen out of Hero's pocket. Huh? Huh?
What?
Oh! It's the polka dot candy wrapper! Quick as the wind, Hero snatched it back up again. Shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash. I forgot to try. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked me to meet with me, but I never went. Well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hero quickly slipped back into his room. Hero said that it was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Nice! Got the trash! Pocket trash! Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hero. What's next? I'll definitely look at the actual crime scene again, but instead of that, maybe we should find more about the protein can we found on the floor in the rec room. I'm not so sure it must have come from the chem lab, so where should I start? Chem lab! Okay. Mapus. Grappus. There we go. Should be somewhere around here, right? No. Music room, headmaster's room, office. Here we go. Oh, what the fuck are you doing here, son? You sushi special? Oh, this is a sushi buki. Okay.
Hey there, gorgeous.
So did you find out anything?
Someone can sense him saying, "Leave me alone," without even having to say it.
Hey camera, got anything new for me? Surrounds camera, I don't think I'll ever get used to it. I mean, I could get used to getting watched 24/7. Well, you know, trying to start the streamer life and all that. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. What an absolute unit. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like there are 3 shelves that have been connected together to make one giant shelf. Why would you call this a shelf? It's like a cupboard at least. And more importantly right now, the part of this must be allowed in front of the shelf. Be careful not to step in it. Well, there are already footsteps, so might as well add my own to the mix then. Let's see what's on this shelf. All kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. We're looking for Chem A2. The protein drink we found in Rec Room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this a part of the shelving unit, section A. Ah, but wait. There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone put it here in accident? So on this shelf is... looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They are reagents, but simply they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. Now you lived in such ignorance for so long, it truly must be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now we have to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I consider this part of the shelving unit, section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. On this shelf is... well, looking at it, it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit, section C. Sure to find more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, section B has reagents, and section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from section A. What concerns me is that in section A there was a bottle with a label from section C. It's also a red bottle. What was a bottle of poison in section C doing in section A? There's definitely something going on here. Nice! Chem Lab shelf has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. These are footprints, and they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well, let's go, chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I had drawn up a sketch for the room. It was a masterpiece. So this is how it is. Not bad for you and for me.
I see.
So we look at it like this. Interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly possible.
Makoto, are they yours? No, I'm pretty sure the Sakura's. No.
What?
Wait, actually, okay. Let me see your shoes and confirm the size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. And these prints are a really valuable clue. Give me a second while I find out what the fuck kind of messages I'm receiving. Well, okay. That was not urgent. If I was a professional streamer, I'd probably ignore that shit. And what do we have here? There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. Oof, there's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it. MC4. Should we be in this room breathing this? I'd like to hear something interesting. I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
So in other words...
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. I realized when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. The source of the powder has been added to the truth section of your handbook. Nice! Found poison! I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. Lick it. Give it a taste. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's a little remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left footprints in the powder. Yes, I checked that out already. Based on the positioning of the footprints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would had to have been spilled right at the time of the incident. And it's all I can tell for now. Footprints in the powder has been added to this section. I've already taken a good look around the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, that probably didn't make any noise. Let's see, return. Hey, Byakuya, got some shit to spout?
I see.
Makoto, you have a good eye for spotting useful clues. But you also need to learn how to make use of those clues. I'll beat the shit out of you, happy little shit. Okay. Let's see, rec room. Here she blows.
Hey.
So, Makoto, how's your investigation going?
I told Kyoko what Toka Hero had told me.
I see.
So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. It's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Songa's body in the shuffle magazines and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look over them one more time. I didn't pay attention. Which items? Body shuffle magazines! Or nothing else? Okay.
Hey.
Just in case you got something.
Got something to say, sweetie?
What the heck?
I already know who did it.
Just the word.
How come he doesn't suspect me? Just because of the letter? Okay, shelf. It's got any clue of some kind. Clue. This magazine is upside down. Kuto ladies. Kokuto ladies. Miss Muscle appears? Oh, Miss Muscle appears. Cosplay King. You're going to the... What? But, okay, I can't read this shit. Someone put it back that way on accident.
Hey.
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through. This is... On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. It said Toko. Could this be a dying message?
Correct.
And then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this... Okay. No, Hina doesn't know. She killed herself and is now blaming Toko. Wait. No, who the fuck would... Nope, I'm lost. Kyoko, is this...
So...
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it.
However...
Just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. Be sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that... That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it.
What the heck?
She's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. She's the killer for sure. There's conclusive evidence, right? We can use the corner of the killer. You can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, makes me that much more suspicious. Nice! Toko killed her. Magazine dying message has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Monokuma bottle? Which one? Broken. You said broken. As your body of old? According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered about Sakura's body.
Second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Oh, yeah, I know, but...
Hey.
Just think you might need to actually examine the body.
Whew.
There's no getting around it. Like me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. It was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still sometimes... I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you...
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. You know, don't elaborate. What? Sorry, never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, look here. Oh, is that the actual vomit? Her shoes. Oh, it's the chemicals.
Correct.
Isn't the yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1. Yellow powder has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey.
Next is the wound to her head. Look
It's
carefully. Actually, even telling you that is incredibly difficult to spot. Let me just explain.
Would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting
Correct.
thing. Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So, that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Dead body! Nice! Kyoko's examination summary. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. I feel
like she's completely necessary for the story because of this shit, because alternatively Monokuma would have to give us all this detail. Wait, actually would make more sense, honestly. Okay, and the broken bottles again. Let's go. There's chance of glass get it's all Monokuma finger fist and pull demand. I thought you said broken. Okay, fine. I'll double check these ones then. Involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new, something new. There's two missing. There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention. Make sure you find it. A correlation. Okay, let's see. Is there supposed to be a queen here? That's a king, right? Bishop. Yeah, there should be. Hey, Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is? Am I guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Unless you agree. Nice! You have Kyoko's slight trust.
Hey.
Yeah, actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? Experiment?
Anyway.
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. I'm sure it's okay to mess with a crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine, and that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
So then...
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. That Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but... I chose to have it, better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken pieces, bottle pieces. And just as I finished up... Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then...
Is everything ready? Let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words...
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare weights of what? Is the classic item on the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of the two normal Monokuma bottles. Ooh, it's balanced.
In other words...
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same and nothing else could really affect the weight. Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on the floor on one side of the scale. Now what will we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces are collected a little bit lighter. So I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there. Okay, well let's give it a try. Huh? Broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought.
In other words...
The results of our experiment, the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together.
Hey.
And I believe we'll arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you. It's one of the chem bottles, yes, sure. Ding dong bing bong. Hey losers! Ready for the courtroom?
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake.
Sip more wine, Bear.
Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please
yeah.
go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
No. It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No. Not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. I shouted out loud. With a tone of conviction. All right. Prepare yourself. Knack, knack. Well, Kuma made his announcement, and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then...
The ultimate martial artist. A locked room murder mystery.
What?
Wacky face. What's that? Oh, just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body, XD.
This is just plain creepy.
Well,
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is to put on a sad face, it makes you look super negative.
yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? Do you have 100 friends?
What?
He's right, that does make it seem sad.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
No, please get on the elevator. See all that? I'm glad you're having fun. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get it, you guys. You act so casual after murdering someone.
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
What the heck?
Completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt, one of us is the culprit. The killer. The one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet someone killed her. And that person is here. That person is one of us. Shit. Nah, save once we're down there. Or once I've talked to everyone, please.
Don't look at me.
I said it before and I say it again, it was me. No, no, no! Are you kidding me? Each time I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. Yeah, because we're starting to collect the other characters. The game knows. I can feel a chill running through me, trying to me. No matter how many times I got through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. Damn it. We watched the doors close and felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sound. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again.
Just the 6 of us, huh? Really?
Kind of depressing.
That's so few. You must be so lonely.
You say that like it's not your fault we're all here. That's left. I wonder,
Will the class trial end with
one last classmate again, or... Ugh. Have to save in another slot. Or...
will you skill life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are you ready to begin? You know the drill. We'll find your assigned seats.
And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. This shit sounds so goofy. And not just because of my Smorgasbord of accents. Oh yeah. I mean, I did just say, but still. Yes. Okay, how did I do this? Open e-handbook, set skills. I don't know how this works. Increases bullet capacity. Do we need more bullets? God, I can't remember. Man, I don't really have a lot of skills, do I? Then one of them is downshift, which contradicts the other. Well. Anything I need to look over? Well, I've set my skills, so I should just save just to make sure I don't have to do that silly shit again. This is kind of like the best and worst part of these games. I like the mechanification of story. Like playing with narrative, making sure that you actually pay attention to it and then interacting with it is really interesting. But then they do the annoying shit where you can't interpret things properly, then you feel punished, and you have to restart. Like sometimes you understand the answer, but you don't understand how the hell it's formulated. Anyway. Trial. All rise. Do I have time for this? Yeah. Should be able to get through it today.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
I think I have time for this trial today and then everything else tomorrow.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
then LeMayo!
Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
All three of them? Why are you still...
Whoa! Deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Ina seems really sure that one of those three is the killer. She must have some reason for believing that. Bowie's account.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense. That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
It
was one of you. One of you
I
killed
guess I'll
Sakura.
try the hated one.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
I've also lost the feeling for how this
Because
shit
you
works.
all had a motive. You hated her.
No?
Shoot!
Oh god, I only have so many...
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense. That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
Whoa, wait, what?
Low. That's about as low as you can
Jesus Christ, I don't remember the travel time. Oh, come on. This is what I'm...
One of you.
Can I fast forward?
One of you killed Sakura.
Maybe I can, actually. Concentration, you can concentrate. Oh, Jesus.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't make... That's the only reason you have her...
No, that's wrong. Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Oh.
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's a good reason to suspect all three of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? Pocket trash.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah,
Die, you bastard!
No, that's wrong. Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? It's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's...
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura. It's the only explanation.
Start sweating, boys.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
Besides, I wanted to kill her. I'd use my crystal ball.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But what Heroes said can't be right. Because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is Hiro got the candy from Hina. Sakura loved candy too much to share. When Sakura got that candy.
I got it!
Let's not mess around.
I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Jesus Christ, Makoto, you spazzed the fuck.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was, Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
It's not like I think she's hot or anything. I didn't come on to her. She didn't come on to me. No, purely platonic.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
No, you.
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
I'd love to see it.
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
What would a shining message even be? Is he talking about the magazine? How would he know about
At the
that?
scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It
Oh.
was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do you?
Hiro, hold on.
What the hell is
When
happening?
did you see that dying message of hers?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh.
Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Yeah, hold on. When Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message in it, it was... What? Above the magazine shelf, on the magazine shelf, under the magazine... What the fuck? The magazine with the dying message in it. Yes.
I got it! Kyoko,
It
you
was
found the
firmly
magazine on
deposited.
the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right
The
there
message
at the
wasn't
scene of
dying.
the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
Messages can't die. Blood to begin with.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
I guess not. What's your point?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
I feel like I should recognize this voice actor too. Too bad I'm a Philistine. I'm an uncultured man. There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case... clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Uh-oh. Final Fantasy VII boss music, I guess.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I
Well-
found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
When I first found the body, but at that time, where was the magazine? What, do you need to
I can tell you
repeat that it was on the
exactly
shelf?
when I found the dying message.
Oh my god. Back upside down.
When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine
tucked away on the magazine.
I don't know what they're asking.
Shoot!
I can tell you exactly
I'm only
when I
after the
found the
contradiction,
dying message.
right?
When Ogre's body was discovered.
What?
Shoot!
What? Come on.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only
After the investigation had begun.
Don't get him out.
Shoot!
Wait, did it misclick? Wasn't.
I can tell you
Jesus
exactly when I found
Christ.
the dying
I'm
message.
dying a horrible death.
When Ogre's body was discovered.
Someone's gonna have to comment from my body soon.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine
Tucked away on
the magazine shelf.
What?
When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Didn't I click the magazine shelf? Am I an idiot?
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when
I found the it was only after I found the
magazine tucked away on the magazine
What is-
shelf.
I just clicked everything.
can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem?
I am so
what I said
lost.
Makes total sense.
He said he saw the dying message when he first found the body. At that time, where was the magazine?
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
Don't know!
When Ogre's body was discovered.
It was after I got to them. Here's line.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I am so insanely lost. Am I having an aneurysm? Have I not clicked everything?
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Wait, could I load another truth bullet? Is that what I'm doing?
I can tell
that was a
you
mechanic,
exactly
wasn't it?
when I found the dying message.
Aim, mouse, space, concentrate. Really? Oh!
When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
I'm probably messing this up anyway.
Shoot!
This is not the problem. I probably need to rub those two objects together, but I don't know the order. Yeah, sure, end me. Okay, can I just load? Okay, here we go. Really? You're making me sit through this shit? Fine, launch me to space. God damn it.
Is this...
Yeah, of course I want to give it another shot.
I refuse to give up yet.
Okay. Can I just give up? Does this make a difference? That's another thing. Some of these games give you like different endings depending on how you do.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
Which makes me worried.
When
Oops.
Ogre's body was discovered.
Oh, thank God.
And I can tell you when it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I can tell you exactly when I found the when Ogre's
No, that's wrong.
Ah, there we go.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is! Toko!
Are you implying she had a penis?
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Is it working?
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message.
Why?
100%! Without a doubt, she wrote it! And this is me talking, so you know it's true!
I fucking love this guy. He told me he wasn't lying, so it has to be true. Without a doubt? No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. How do we know? The moment of truth.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right.
Wait, how did this work?
The occult is bullcrap.
Okay, how the fuck does this work? Oh.
Conspiracy! The end is nigh! Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap.
Really? I'm actually doing this?
The end is nigh! Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
Oh, is that his health bar, not mine? Okay, well.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message.
Right, that dying sausage. I really hope this shit doesn't affect me. Oh, sorry. I got distracted. I'm getting tired, Jesus.
Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Wow, yeah.
He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Sir, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. You would like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks. Is she going granny mode?
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then...
Man, I sold this shit early.
I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head.
It did nothing.
I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
Okay, so he did have access to blood at least at that point.
Can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
Eh? What is that here that doesn't make sense? Oh shit. What would he have had to do after writing the message? Why he picked Toko, why he didn't use Sakura's finger, why the magazine was hidden? I mean, was it hidden? It was upside down. Like again, I mean, to me this one makes the most sense. But then he's dumb. Whatever.
That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Huh?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Because she was still alive and she did it, yeah.
Well, I didn't hide it.
Sure, just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
Yeah, Sakura. I might speedrun this afterwards just to see if I can get through it without
I don't think there's
incident.
any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Someone who wouldn't like what had been written. There's only one choice. No, there isn't. Sakura probably didn't like. Oh, really? It's the obvious choice.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right?
What?
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right?
His weak baby arms probably didn't even make a dent.
Hero just
Although he did
admitted
get
it.
blood, like he did. We know that. What?
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
Don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
God, it's so morbidly funny that he attacked her as she was contemplating suicide. That's so funny.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
Okay. We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer. And I have to prove that. Make your argument. Kyoko's examination summary, status of Sakura's body, and yellow powder.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hiro really is the killer!
Kyoko's examination summary, yes. Just once.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf
I don't know,
nearby.
this one feels so much more
You
obvious.
hit her from behind. Before
You hit her from behind and you only hit her once.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
No, you didn't.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Huh? 2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
People just came and kept coming in and whacking her over the head with bottles.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
So we've just completely ruled out the possibility of her doing it then.
I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice.
Well, not
What's
necessarily.
more, both
Glass
attacks
can go
must
everywhere,
have
but
come
whatever.
from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used.
There's... I mean... Does it count as evidence? Like, you could rearrange the bottles afterwards, but sure.
Think
There's
back.
space for 2.
After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
Yes.
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
I'm assuming.
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look
Haven't you
at what
been
the
there
bottles
before?
all had in common, it should become clear.
The correlation between Monokuma bottles, I feel like it's starting to become clear. The connection must be... It's the object that the Monokuma figures inside each bottle is holding. Hangman's Gambit. Oh no. Chess piece. Wait, what? Oh wait, does it have to be C? Oh, screw me. Okay, E. And then S. I did it?
Now I understand.
God, I've forgotten how wonky that is.
That's it. The chess pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
Now there was a knight on the ground, but you also need the queen.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
No, it's a horse.
So,
That's not what a knight looks like.
matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
Wow, she's so smart.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Nice.
Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
And here's why. I'm saving too much. I don't even know why I'm going to Lord Jesus.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
It was excited? And it was broken. It was part of the other one.
The bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
And here it is.
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
Yes. Kyokan, I figured it out before. Oh, come on. What? Can I select that? Just shards on the floor, or... Oh, here we go. Monokuma bottle experiment. There you go.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles.
I feel like you should be able to just compare the broken... or present the broken bottle evidence. That should be enough. Like... Both of them reached the same conclusion, but I don't know if it's programmed that way. So I just try to be careful and select this one. But I would have gotten annoyed if I picked the other one and didn't get it.
The collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is...
Yes?
There was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
There you go.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces. Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
Couldn't they have brought in the weight?
Why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by Sakura's first attacker. It's bowling of his now. Oh, why do you have to do this to me? Sakura's second attacker. Shit. I don't actually know the order. I'm guessing second.
I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle.
It's sort of simpler, but this is the order anyway.
Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there,
makes sense, yeah.
and that's when I saw her.
Toko?
I saw Toko go into the rec room.
What?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
Oh, wait, no, she was in the...
You just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
What a bugadoosh.
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Like a locker room that's there for some reason.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Oh, it's not ridiculous at all. And a proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. And I have it. She left it there for anyone to find. A new element has been added to the bullet time battles. Would like to hear more? Absolutely. What are you talking about? So far, you've probably been pressing the left mouse button during your final strike without second thought. But from now on, you're gonna have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. You'll have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your code de grace. Damn it! You'll select it the same way as you do the non-stop debate. Simply press the Q key or use the mouse wheel. Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have fewer bullets to choose from. But for educational purposes, we're going to pretend you're set to the mean regardless, just this once, okay? But hey, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you. Halfway? Shit! Wait, I thought... There's that much more? Well then, good luck and have fun, I guess. Uh-oh. No.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you.
Wait, how do I...
I curse you.
No, what? Oh, sweet Jesus, how do I reload? Tab. Screw you, man.
It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's
This is...
enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. curse you. It's a lie. That's enough.
Locker handprint. There you go. That should be it.
It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you.
What?
That's enough.
What? What do you mean?
Prove it.
Why did? What? You did it way too long. Why didn't it work the first
someone
time?
left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and
Christ, that
put
was
their
awful.
hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Yeah!
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
This goddamn screams.
Okay, it's my handprint.
What? Matt, why do these people keep quitting?
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Yeah, you're gonna talk?
Then you killed Sakura.
No, you
I
did.
swear, there's
And
no
you're a
way.
murderer. And you're a murderer.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
How many people are gonna beat this poor woman in the head? Jesus.
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after you left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
Oh no, what a terrible mistake.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Wait, did she?
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
Imbeciles, all of you. Let me tell you how to kill her. Using poison.
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I
Man, she's
saw
having a rough
that
day.
blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
What was it again? Samurai Jack? Oh, there you go. This shit is so dumb.
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... Splatter everywhere! I
Give her a
was not
kiss.
prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise.
Shook you right back.
I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was
Oh.
just worried about you, and you're terrible.
This didn't need this twist.
No, she's terrible. Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever.
And when it was all over, You collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Sure.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good. Keep going like that, and Hina's gonna.
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
What? I'm sure you'd have some words for Hero on that one.
Wrong? Come on, everyone. We're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
She can survive an infinite amount of head wounds.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Do I? I think I need to save before we move over into a different place where I mess up everything.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't.
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Man, I hope you're not including an epic gamer like me.
Your wish is my command, darling.
Ugh. It's not all yet, is it? I want to kill Sakura is. I mean, I already know. She's so powerful, only she could kill herself. Okay, Kyoko's examination said yellow powder. Yellow powder is going to be important here. I can just tell.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
In front of the shelf? Then the problem is... Where did Sakura die?
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me.
Status of the body. Something forward. I guess? Because this summary... Yeah.
I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in the Kuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the
Shelf.
But that's not where we found her!
No, that's wrong. We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If
Hooray!
the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
She fell backwards.
So, you finally noticed.
Why?
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Yeah, but how many haven't we had so
Are you
far?
sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
Are you sure?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proved there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf. Yeah? Yeah, there you go.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf.
But what was the more evidence before? Yeah, whatever.
The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right?
Possibly.
All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors.
Ah!
There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Not literally impossible, though, is it?
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
Nah, pretty sure Byakuya did it. Just get him out of it.
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Huh. So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because I saw it for myself? I was in the locker? What do you... I guess that's it.
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open.
Ah, that's what we're alluding
So
to.
obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
She wasn't.
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all
This is
along,
chaos.
there's still more to this case.
And what I say goes, okay? I'm the boss here. I get to decide when this case is over, not you.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
No shit, she took 2 of them.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
She overdosed on protein.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Could we still be missing something so important? If there's another possible explanation, maybe it's the yellow powder, the protein. Monokuma file 4? What? Aoi's account? I need to read this.
What was it that killed Ogre?
Monokuma file number 4. Huh? What was discovered in the right criminal third floors? What were the other ones? Yellow powder, yes. Oops.
If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack...
Aoi's account?
And what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
If there's one place I might find a clue, it would have to be written in there.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of
Anything other than the shot to
Well, she vomited, so I guess that's the other thing we have to bring up.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood.
And what caused that?
I think
Yeah,
we
exactly,
can
you
assume
silly
there's a
bitches.
chance this was related to her cause of death.
I think that's a fair assumption to make. Who the hell just casually vomits up blood?
In fact, There was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
When she sees the vampire, she started licking up the blood.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
No, in anime, if you just punch somebody hard enough in the stomach, they just spit blood.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
Oh my god, it's so hot.
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
She's like she took the person. No, I'm not into that. No.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Huh?
Poisoned?
Cyanide.
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knee! She was poisoned? It isn't possible.
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
Poison herself. Thank you very much. Go on.
Explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
Why did you turn into a goblin woman?
Everyone shut your case, Master.
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
What?
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
The poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
I mean, there is one final weird possibility, which is that the poison got put into the Monokuma bottle, which got into her blood, which got... No, that is too complicated. Never mind.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as the supplements. I'm positive. It was in Section A. That's where I saw it, yes.
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
It was moved. Well, progress has been made. Let's save just in case.
Huh? But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean this.
I could not believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Master!
We were so shocked at what we were seeing, all we could do is stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Pure protein!
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Yoko took the bottle from Yake and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
You don't say, wow. No wonder you're the top detective. Fucking Sherlock on the case.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
Well, the bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which means that, conversely, the poison must have been in... Could it be? But why replace them? Why not just have an empty bottle? E, please? E, please? Uh-oh. N-word. No, drink. Need Martins. There you go, I did it.
Now I understand.
I love that there's a spelling bee in the middle of this murder game.
Poured into the protein can.
Well, the poured into the protein can.
The protein's in the poison bottle. It seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
No. Where would you put them, like, temporarily? And why even make the replacement?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can.
Do they look the same?
Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene? A protein drink, a Monokuma bottle, a cup filled with water. I still want to sort of go for that one, but we know what it is.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
You mean a thing I just spelled? Do you think so?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
You think the protein drink would be bad enough?
What?
That's
make it
all
worse.
it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
That's all? Okay.
No?
Not sure I'd phrase it that way.
I remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
Ah!
But what was
Yes.
offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison.
Who this? Careful, I'm streaming.
How dare you?
Does it make sense to stream this at this point? Give me a second. Maybe I can. I'm playing Danganronpa.
What's that?
Does it make sense? Can you see it? I don't know.
Yes.
It's Have you ever played? Wait, is it not streaming at all? I thought it was.
It is. I'm saying it's a visual novel. I can see it. A04. Guess it's a detective thing.
Have you ever played any of the Ace Attorney games?
Not really. No.
Oh. I just really like the idea of how to put this, gamifying story.
Yeah.
Like trying to convert story into gameplay elements, something for you to interact with, like actually make the story part of the game itself. I'm not even sure. Like I think Disco Elysium counts for that, since I mean, technically you could you could brute force your way through Disco Elysium, but you make progress way easier if you just know what you're looking for and then going from person to person asking the right questions. What is the other game you said?
Isn't like her story and all these like clip-based gameplay games also sort of the same.
Yeah, I think you can easily get like stuck in a loop there if you don't know what you're looking for. Like if you don't really pay attention. So yeah, I would include that too.
Is the
Ready for
similar
me to
here?
continue?
No.
Yeah, but it's structured way more similarly to Ace Attorney, where like here I'm in the middle of a court case.
Oh.
And you have to like use the evidence, but they do some really weird and wonky shit where you have to like point out contradictions in certain areas, and the way you do that is by shooting one topic at another topic, and you have to like figure out which ones, like which two topics you need to rub together, and sometimes the logic isn't entirely clear. Like sometimes it seems like depending on what you have in mind as the contradiction requires two different topics, even though like you're technically on the same page. The rigidity of the logic that the developer had in mind sometimes gets frustrating. It's sort of like how some adventure games used to have moon logic, or just like very specific ways that you have to solve the puzzle, and like you have to think in a very certain way. But it's still charming. I'm about to click. You ready?
Yeah.
And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Not sure if I'm getting audio though.
Aren't you?
Maybe it's very silent.
Give me a second. I'm gonna restart.
Maybe I turned it down. No, user volume is, I mean, based on audio that you're talking.
You should be able to right-click the stream itself though, in order to get like a.
Yeah, I see it's muted. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There we go.
But the game is also wonky in that when I alt tab, I think it mutes.
Yeah,
like
I did
actually,
that probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
It has to be. Were we in front of the shelf? Here we go. Well, that was quick and easy.
I got it! The
My
footprints
God.
left behind in front of the shelf.
Yeah, it's like...
The feedback is so Japanese.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's somehow simultaneously extremely like disappointingly static and so like excessively dramatic at the same time, with the still images and just shaking it excessively. It's like, listen, we had a budget.
Yep, trying to still have the same effect though.
That's the evidence you're talking
Without
about, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
Alright, there's also something funny about how you know, there's some ludonarrative dissonance where I'm not on the same page with some of the characters' conclusions sometimes, but we're just like dragged along, where they just, for some reason, accept some people's alibis and not others, and I'm like, they could still have done it. Why are we just moving on as if they're not a suspect, not a possible suspect? It's like, it's so weird sometimes. But then again, they sort of need to have a certain level of direction to not turn everything into a fucking shit show to solve.
What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind.
What was in the original bottle? Just poison? I'm not even sure.
And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem.
I actually think I want to play some of the Sherlock games, because I heard that one thing that I find really interesting is that they actually leave the cases open for interpretation. Like, you get a bunch of people to interview and evidence to sort through, but you still have to like set up the story of what happened yourself. And the fact that it actually leaves it open for misinterpretation, I find really appealing. But I wonder which one of those games I should play, or if there is, like... How to put this? Like a best game that does all the exact same things that isn't one of the Sherlock games.
All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
No.
It was me.
What?
The footprints. They're mine.
I'm not actually...
Hina?
I guess that makes sense.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then, Ogre's killer was...
Yep.
No.
I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it.
I actually think it's the other way around. Okay, here's my conclusion. The person who got murdered, Sakura, tried to kill herself, and Hina tried to swap the poison back in order to save her. Making things unnecessarily complicated.
Sneakers are...
Huh? The only two people are Makoto and Liam, Makoto and Byakuya. I guess. I must admit, I haven't checked my shoes, but...
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
Okay, then. Let me see your shoes and I'll confirm the size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
How can you tell they're sneakers?
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began.
Is he some sort of shoe aficionado?
You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... The
His
two of them
voiceover.
are so close.
It's amazing.
Huh?
The voiceover is amazing.
I mean, it has its ups and downs. I think part of the problem is some of the moments are like written so over dramatic that it's like I don't know how you're supposed to deliver this and make it believable.
Yeah, it seems not directed very well either.
And like you have some over the top characters, and I think how about this? I think people are used to like Japanese delivery, so as soon as you have a English person try and do the same thing where they scream in a certain way, it's just like, wow, this is really jarring. You might experience it at some point later. I already had it like 3 times during this fucking trial.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Meh. He's so fucking smarmy.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
Stop spazzing out.
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
There is one pretty big problem. We have a clue that the person who got murdered had the poison powder on her feet. And that still needs explaining. Wait, actually, I could just bring it up. I think...
Use bullets.
Yeah, I know, like, they do their own thing. Is it in here? Oh, it is, okay. Like, why the fuck call them truth bullets? Look, they went for their own stuff. Here it is. Yellow powder was found on the instep of Sakura's foot. And if she received the protein drink, it was already mixed. Which means she couldn't have gotten this from Hina. Unless she kicked her on the foot, I guess. Which, you know, weird way to transfer it, but here we go.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right?
Yes!
That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
I like, this is the third person we've been through as a suspect who's also admitted to killing her. Jesus
You're not
Christ.
about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them.
Friendship is for the weak. Oh god, why the fuck does he talk like a villain?
Alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
Uh-huh.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
Oh god.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Yes.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well,
Why did she
that
try
doesn't
to
matter. Just
take
'cause
the
I'm
fucking
guilty,
blame?
that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
Could have been avoided, yes.
He's right.
You could also cleaned up the mixture,
It makes it
so.
look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
This is the part that needs the most explaining. Why is she just trying to take the blame at this point?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Objection! Witness is not cooperating.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
It's like... Can you get around this shit with a proper direction? Like, when you write in stutters, you probably have a very specific way you're imagining it getting executed. But as soon as you hand it to an actor, I don't think it works because you have to micromanage them, and I heard that's a pretty big faux pas. But like
I
the
mean-
forced stutters just sound so fucking weird.
Maybe the roles are
Fine.
so like undesirable for actors that it's like they don't really care about the story and what's happening, so you have to manage them, otherwise
No, I
they
think a
won't
lot of them
really
are,
deliver.
like most voice actors I know take even the shittest roles pretty seriously. And if anything, they just try to have fun with them at least. How to put, like, voice acting seems like such a desirable job for a lot of people that if you end up with a bad reputation, there's like no reason to hire you.
And just unless you're super cheap.
There is that. But even then,
mean,
you can find somebody
I
better
don't-
cheaper.
Could be like a second job just for fun. You know, don't have time to learn everything, but just do it.
Yeah, but I don't think it's like in the good old days where you had just people at the game studio doing the voices. It's like, we can't afford it, let's just do it ourselves. Some of those results were really fucking funny though. I almost miss games that were made back in those days. They just had a weird feel because of shit like that. Like you had some like paid voice actors and they were really good, and then you just have like one person like dragged into the office who doesn't fit in, and it's so obvious, and they still kept them there. I don't know. I just kind of like that.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room.
But there's still powder in the
But
other bottle.
I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
Oh, this swapping of the poison still
That
confuses me.
story you just told.
It's full of shit!
First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Then why not just walk right across the powder if you don't give a shit?
Yeah.
How do you even remember stuff like this? Like, you don't remember where you went and which direction, right?
Like, sometimes you micromanage shit, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if you're
You'd have to
telling
plan
that
this.
to me or telling that to her. Telling that to her. Are we saying I shouldn't remember this, or that she shouldn't remember this?
He shouldn't remember what she did exactly. Like, I wouldn't, even if I was planning and maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's also an element where you're expecting people to remember things exactly, or that certain possibilities aren't there. Like, one of the possibilities that I thought of earlier was that for some reason, two people had already smacked the victim across the head with a fucking bottle. And she still didn't die. And I thought, okay, one of the ways they could have actually killed her and poisoned her was if they put the poison powder into the bottle so that it would at least get into her bloodstream. I was like, that doesn't even get humored. And I just really like the idea of playing a game where so many options are considered and they let you actually discuss them, because I feel like the discussion is what makes it fun and interesting. So like the linearity of these games are basically what's the problem, which is why I'm sort of interested in the Sherlock game. Although I'm not sure how good it is in the other aspects, like the performance or the stories themselves and how engaging they are, which can make some of the... Like, you have to be really interested in the crimes and puzzles themselves at that point. But either way.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
What a name. Give me a second. There we go.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. Again, it's so dramatic. Footprints in the powder, chem lab shelf, source of the powder. Source of the powder.
First, I went to section C.
If you drop the poison.
That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
This is like the most frustrating part, trying to figure out which topics to rub together.
From section C to section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it.
Jesus.
I don't think we saw that,
left
no.
the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
I think it's the chem lab shelf
Honestly,
in the
that's
last one.
enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
Peasants. Where were the footprints and what direction were they facing? Huh?
First, I went to section C.
Yeah, she didn't go back to the chem lab shelf. Wait, can I see this? Do we have a map of it? Damn it! I wanted to see the position of the shoes probably. How long? Okay, chem lab shelf. Source of the powder. There was a broken bottle in front of the chem lab shelf, which was labeled Chem C4. The powder on the floor is assumed to have come from this. According to Byakuya, the powder would had to have been spilled after the incident took place. So we don't really know.
That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. Okay, I moved from section C
to section A.
No, you didn't.
No, that's wrong.
Or you could like point out inconsistencies. You remember?
Yes.
You said you went to get the poison.
If you
from
understand
section C,
exactly
and
how the
that's where you
logic
spilled the
works.
powder, right?
Because there's like several ways to get to this destination is the problem. But you need to take the exact path, and that's where the frustration comes in. But I've been getting it so far, except in the very beginning when I couldn't figure out what the fuck the controls were.
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein.
Then where are the footprints?
But the footprints left at
Sometimes
the scene
people
were not moving
misremember
from
and
section
they
C to
then
section
remember
A.
differently next time they say something.
Sure.
So I don't think this is like a big proof.
Dude, and not just that, look at section C. They could have just walked around the powder and the bottle and then opened the door without standing in the powder. Like, no, whatever.
That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
But then why walk in it in the first
No,
place?
that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just
What did
nervous,
she
so I didn't
say?
notice I had left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
How
What's
dare
the
you
meaning
not
of
just accept your role in this murder, I guess?
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple.
That's even worse than the murder!
If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious.
I can deal with a killer, but a liar? You disappoint me, Hina.
The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
well, you see...
What the?
Why is he breaking character?
What the hell? What's going on here?
Oh my god, he said hell!
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
It's a little late for that, but what?
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
He needs to shut the
Are you
fuck
sure?
up.
After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
A piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder.
Man, you should have drank the little piece of glass.
I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
I don't know why the Japanese have these sort of, like, smug interactions, but they're, like, hilariously cringy to me. It's like, you just revealed the secret.
But what is it?
It's not much
You're
of a battle of
so
wits when you're this stupid.
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
No, leave me out of this. I don't know what you're trying to ask.
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
A shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. I think I remember now. It broke something this same shade of blue. The rec room window. The bottle of poison. Monokuma bottle. The rec room window. Why?
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question.
Okay, now it's just getting convoluted.
How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
It got scooped up. Or, well, it's not from the window, but still.
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it? The bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us, it should have been in section A of the shelf. It got moved back to section... She moved it over there. That's what she said, but are we believing her? Now I'm already confused.
That's what she said? Alright.
Because she, like, moved the fucking,
what's strange?
Because she moved the bottles around? I'm not sure what they're asking is part of the problem.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
And everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked.
Something about the phrasing is funny. When the locked room was unlocked.
Yeah, very literal.
Wait, what the fuck? So, wait, she scooped it up while we were in there and we didn't notice?
There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
Unless it's not from the window.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with a poison inside, right?
Actually, I have no fucking
That
idea.
can wasn't there when she died. How did she get poisoned?
You're
Oh my
right.
fucking god.
We do need to explain
Honestly,
that.
this
Yeah, can you keep
just
up?
hearing this just makes me feel like I wouldn't be able to understand what the fuck.
I mean, dude, you're like at the tail end of the case. We've also done like the investigation part,
Yeah.
and now we're in the trial. And you're only at like the last 20% of the trial, I think. You're supposed to be lost.
Just the
Why?
way how they talk and like how they explain things seems like intentionally confusing.
To me, it feels the other way around. This is almost like
Over explaining.
yeah. I mean, it's because I already have like some of my own thoughts and ideas about what happened, and then they're like basically re-explaining it to me. So it's almost like crime for toddlers. It's like you're witnessing a crime on Teletubby, and they're trying to explain what happened. Just like, hey, do you remember that piece of glass? It's like they're just like it's in the middle of the frame. You're looking right at it. It's like, what could that thing be? It's like, stop! Let me get to the fucking. I know what. Let me
finish it. Yeah.
Yes.
But
But there are some moments where like some twists just show up out of the blue. And like, okay, I thought I had it, and I still think I know what the conclusion is. But you're just like pulling me in all kinds of fucking directions. It's like, it's sort of like that shit is kind of stupid, but it's so entertaining in its own way. Where it's like, is this part really necessary? This is getting goofy, but I just think it's funny. Anyway, you're right. We do need to explain that.
Before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
What? He's getting so angry.
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here.
But it was like right behind the door, so I thought that this was one of the possibilities.
Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
It's fucking dude. I'm smarter! The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. It's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. Yes, indeed. It was lying on top of shards of glass. Source of the powder, Chemlab shelf. Nope, it's gonna be the
When it comes to that
anti-protein
protein
thing.
can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible.
He's so dramatic.
It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
The anger in the shaky can, the shaky text.
Yeah. Like I said, we had a budget. But the locked room was unlocked. In other ways, when I broke the window, if I concentrate on that.
When it
Actually,
comes to that
I
protein
don't know the path now.
There's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible.
Oh god.
It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there
Before the rec room was unlocked.
Sorry, you can fast forward, and I just have to play around with it.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind.
So you're sick.
Someone planted it there after we...
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time.
That guy, man.
It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
I don't know what the fuck they want from me.
He's so frustrated.
It's like, okay, yes. I broke the window, and the bottle somehow landed on top of that. Even though glass should have landed on top of it if it was there from the beginning. That's the conclusion. I just don't know what the fuck they want me to do to get there.
When it comes to that protein can...
Oh, wait, actually?
There's not a doubt in my
Fuck,
mind.
I forgot one thing.
Until the locked room was unlocked, it
I can do this.
absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying
The
someone
locked room was
planted it there
unlocked.
after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be.
The other way around, for fuck's sake!
Shoot!
Ah.
Feel that frustration.
When it comes to that,
Ah!
there's not a doubt until it absolutely.
So you're someone planted it? No.
No, it had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be.
This is turning into Tom Wiseau dialogue. It had to be. It had to be.
I did not lock the room. I did not.
No, I did not. It must have been locked before me. It must. It must have been.
There's not a doubt in my
No.
mind.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Until the
Please, please.
locked room was unlocked.
No. The locked room was on. I'm so. I don't know what they're asking.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after
We got the no.
It had to have been in there the whole. It had.
He's turning into a really funny.
Fuck it. I'm just trying things. Okay, that was the one. Fuck me. It has it.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Oh, now I think I know what they
those
win.
pieces weren't just scattered around
It wasn't.
the protein
I didn't
can.
unlock. I broke it. I think that's what they're
We
focusing
also
on.
found pieces underneath the can.
Exactly.
What?
You fucking heard me. Pussy ass bitch.
And this proves it.
Ugh, I need to save before I die.
You can die.
I'm gonna die, man.
It shows that the can must
You
have been
mean,
put
like,
down on the floor
in real life?
after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
Like I said, I knew the conclusion.
I see. So
There's the
that's
way
your-
there. It's the
Yes. It's like the explanation is right in front of me, but they're telling me to run all the way around the city and come around to another back alley or some shit. Like, what the fuck?
Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
I'm glad we agree.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it?
It's been
As
planted.
long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can.
We're relying pretty heavily on the fact that there's no other clear glass in this entire fucking building.
But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
Yes.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I
Suicide.
thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
There you go.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was?
Did I start
Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that,
Wow.
we need to clarify one
Well,
other
so the
thing.
total change. He's been screaming this
realized
entire
that
time
he's
and then
been-
suddenly... and
He's like,
sorry,
oh,
I think
I've been loud for too damn long. It's like the actor changing, like, oh yeah.
Excuse me, let me get back into the character. I forgot who I was playing as for a second.
A calm, collected detective.
No, he's supposed to be a smug, calm douchebag, but close enough. Either way, him shouting is like out of character, honestly.
We need to establish who exactly got the
So why the
poison
fuck he
from
got
chem
angry from
lab
all this shit
and
is kind
took
of
it to
funny.
the rec room.
Yes.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
Nope.
What do you think, Makoto?
And brought it to the rec room. Had to have been Sakura herself.
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Man, so fucking good!
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
She's the murderer!
What are you talking about? There's no way!
What? You knew this! You were trying to swap the poisons back!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
Oh, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. Okay, I think I need to save here because I'm not really sure what they're asking. Don't make me go through this shit. Is it gonna be Hangman's Gambit? Uh-oh. Oh no! Not disco!
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you!
Why the fuck there's a rhythm game in the middle of this? I'll never understand.
Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
Yes,
This should prove it.
actually.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
Man, I'm so good!
It did?
Did you kick your feet against hers while you were there?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab.
There's something I found really funny about the fact that there's... Okay, first of all, this is a poison. Second of all, it's a powder. And when we were in the chem room, we didn't wear masks. These particles could get up in the air. What the fuck are we doing?
That powder was yellow, wasn't it?
Look at this shit. Imagine if you sneeze and then it's everywhere and then you just fucking die.
So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura.
What an amazing twist I saw coming from a mile
And
away.
when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep.
Her being clumsy seems out of character though. Not let her.
Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
Why the fuck swap the bottles around?
No! It was me! The poison!
Why are you still doing this? This doesn't make any sense.
Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
the motivation. Blame me! But we all die if we do that. The connection between Sakura and the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Huh? Ta-da!
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What?
Wow.
The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
But of course.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
So, there's something so hilariously fucked up about this situation, which is she went there with the decision to end her life, and somehow two of the other characters still, like, beat her over the head with a bottle. Twice. Like, each of them didn't manage to kill her unless she killed herself. Like, what the fuck? It's like, it should have killed any other person, but no. But of course, Byakuya created the locked room in secret. No, Monokuma first. No. Huh? What do you mean? There's no but here. Sakura wanted to create the locked room. There you go.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room.
Why,
and
though?
That was you, wasn't it, Hina?
She's already dead. What are you getting out of this?
You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
Man, these people are terrible at their job. Preventing her from doing that is exactly what they should prioritize. Don't fuck with the crime
And the
scene.
more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
You have to go get the others.
You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it?
This is the part that needs explaining.
Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the
Negligence.
bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
I got everyone. Ooh, wow, ogre. Oh, so she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed, I assume.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation.
Why?
As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
What's the point in taking the blame?
No. No,
He
no,
wants
no,
free
no,
accommodation.
Hmm.
I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. You have to end this properly.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no! Can I save? Oh, please let me save. I can't save. Fuck. Okay. Oh, no. How did I do this? Controls. Open handbook menu. No. Reenact. Oh, God. Okay, now we have to lay out the entire goddamn thing. Okay, they received a letter. Wait, how do I select? Fuck off! How do I select? This one? Are you fucking kidding me? Pick up and put down. Wait, oh my god, okay, I can click and fuck me. Wait, no, is this it? Hmm? Why does that look exactly the same? Oh no, it has to be him, okay. Act 2, she hid in the locker. He received the candy. Then beat her over the head with the bottle. What the fuck do they want here? Oh. That bottle specifically? I'm sorry. This isn't gonna make any sense to you since you didn't watch the first part. The magazine. Wait, upside down. I guess this? Fuck, I'm lost already. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, that goes there. Wait, what? Oh. Then Sakura wakes up again. She's bloody, scares the shit out of him. Wakes up, grabs the queen bottle. Still alive, Lameo. Apparently, she shampoos her head with blood. Wait, she pulls out the poison? This one can be interpreted in different ways, though. Shit. Oh, no. She's covered in blood. It has to be this one. Yes, that's the level of logic I'm applying. Then we find her. A bottle on the ground. Grabs the poison can. Please?
The killer is you! This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the
Did I
Red
actually
Room.
do it right? Sweet Jesus.
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
She didn't find it.
And she found it. She
Damn.
crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
Impossible to spot.
Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime.
Mm-hmm.
He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura.
Trying to frame Toko.
To that end, he wrote down a name.
His own. He really
Toko.
fucked up on that
By
one.
writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her.
He left his
But
signature,
of course, Toko had witnessed the
as the
whole
mass
thing.
murderer is.
So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others.
A second. Are you there? You haven't muted yourself.
Yeah.
Understanding any of this yet?
I understand. I guess it's just I've been playing Dark Tide on the side, which I'm watching part time on the other side.
Man, how am I gonna get viewers like this?
But in her rush, she made one little mistake.
It's a pretty big
She
one.
put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes.
I get this situation is so fucked up. It's like she was planning on killing herself, but I don't know, was planning on saying goodbye to your friends. Then each of her friends just fucking smack her over the head with a bottle out of panic, like 2 times in a row. It's so dumb.
She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted.
Oh yeah, no, there's this goofy shit.
This
The
caused her
art, man.
personality to
That
switch
art.
back over to Genocide Jack.
She has split personality disorder.
When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence.
After I'm done with this trial, I can join you in Dark Tide if you got time.
Right. Yeah.
She
Well, I'm
gathered up the broken
okay now.
Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon.
They've also got these, like, weird, I don't know, pieces of evidence that seem like they're only there in order to make the crime solvable, or like add some twist to how you have to solve the crime. Like, who the fuck puts chess pieces inside of bottles just so you can distinguish the bottles like from each other? It's like, it's so weird. And that explains how
Redesigned
Sakura was
sort of
attacked
thing.
twice with the same type of weapon. My god.
But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death?
Also, like, this is a really weird but simple choice of aesthetic. Instead of, like, showing, like, proper blood, all blood is magenta, which just gives it this sort of weird style. I like it, but it seems so random.
Yep.
It was the poison
It seems
that
like a form of
Sakura
censorship.
herself got from the chem lab.
Yeah.
She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide.
So why cover it up? Wow, I actually solved it on my first try.
And that same someone
Jesus.
quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground.
Like, the order at the end here, I couldn't really tell what the fuck the icons were supposed to represent, so I just hoped I got it right.
And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can.
Clever bitch. Sorry, give me a second. And there we go.
They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion.
What's the point of the false conclusion?
And the one who went to all that effort
was Stinky Hina.
was you, Hina.
How dare you?
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
But what would motivate you? Come on, get to the fucking point. I'm dying, man.
That's what happened?
Haha, I solved it, you didn't.
But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Even I, the smartest person in the universe.
Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case.
You stank, bitch.
See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
And now he'll stop being Pinocchio and become a real boy. Oh no, no, no. Oh shit. That's a lot of points. Damn it. I wanted a mess.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point.
Ugh, you know what? I'll have to get the explanation a different time. Jesus Christ. I keep forgetting how long these trial sections are because they stress me with the goddamn minigames. So I'll call it a day for the stream. Goodbye, all my epic viewers.